Imagine if some 30 men from your neighboring country marched towards the presidential palace with one mission: to assassinate your president. Today I'm going to talk about an incident that shocked South Koreans so much so that the aftermath still lingers on to this day. This is the story of the January 21st incident, or North Korea's operation to sabotage South Korea. It was a cold night of January 1968 when 31 men in North Korea were gearing up to cross the demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea. These men were from the elite Special Force Unit, Unit 124. Let's just watch some footage of North Korean Special Forces before we move on. Yeah, now you get the picture. Their mission was to attack the Blue House and assassinate President Park Chung-hee within 4 minutes. In just 2 days after infiltrating the DMZ, and just FYI, it's highly militarized with landmines and all, so it's virtually impossible to cross the DMZ. But the 31 commandos reached the South Korean border city of Paju and were resting at their camp in the mountains until they encountered the Woo brothers, who were out cutting firewood just like their casual Friday afternoon. Now, what do you think were the orders if the commandos came upon any civilians? Let them go or kill them immediately? Of course, it was the latter. But this was late January and the ground was frozen, making it impossible to bury the bodies. So, to kill or not to kill? That was the question. Surprisingly, these communist commandos decided to vote. The result was 18 to 13, 18 in favor of letting them go. Oh boy. As soon as the brothers came down, they reported the unit to the police, so the country mobilized in search of the commandos. But it wasn't easy to spot them because they were simply so fast. They were running through the mountains at over 10 kilometers per hour, carrying 30-kilo rucksacks each. No one even thought that was physically possible. So, dressed in trench coats, hiding their pistols and grenades, the 31 men made it to 300 meters from the Blue House, our presidential residence. But that's when it all started going downhill for them. They were stopped by the district's police chief, Choi Kyu-sik, who found these men marching down in double file very suspicious. Like I said, the commandos were so close to their objective, but were being questioned, so they take out their pistols and shoot him. To make things worse, a bus full of civilians was passing by the street, which the commandos thought was backup, so they threw a grenade at the bus, killing 7 civilians. By then, there were hundreds of policemen in the area, and a ferocious gun battle broke out.
청원 중학교 바로 위에서 사고 난 거야. 거의 청와대 다 온 거지, 그러니까. 다 온 거지 뭐. 와서 보니까 밤에 막 군인들이 다니니까 이상하니까 이제 와갖고 막은 거야. 그래갖고 확인해 볼 테니까 기다려라 그러니까 애들이 들어가야 되니까 못 들어가니까 총으로 쏴버리고. 이제 총소리가 나니까 이제 여기 발칵 뒤집히니까 탄으로 쳐버린 거지. 몰랐어요. 처음에 얘기도 안 해가지고. 그러더니 그 다음날 뭐 어떻게 되더니 막 한 이틀 전부터 군들이 쫙 깔리더니 뭐 공기 넘어왔다 다른 거 난리 나고.
After days-long operations to capture or kill the commandos, 28 were killed, 2 escaped to North Korea, and the other surrendered. His name was shin-jo. When Kim was arrested and reports were released, the whole country panicked because these were his exact words. "We came to slit Park Chung-hee's throat." And the fact that the unit was only a few hundred meters away from the Blue House was just unbelievable. So the mountains in the area were closed off to the public and were heavily guarded. They opened parts of the trail in 2007, and recently they opened up a northern part of Bukak Mountain in 52 years. So I went on a hike up the Bukak Mountain Trail that bears the traces of this incident. So this is the pine tree. You can see the bullet marks still here. This is the pine tree that received 15 bullet shots during the firefight between the commandos and our soldiers. Behind here is the presidential office, the Blue House, 청와대. The Kim Shin-jo commandos came almost to the presidential office. So close. Wow, so behind me you can see the barbed wire fences, which shows that it was a very heavily secured area. And to this day, there are actually many security restrictions. There are guards that would tell you not to take pictures in certain areas. So you can definitely feel the modern Korean history when you come to this trail. Aside from blocking the area, the incident brought several important changes to our society. Registration card made mandatory for all over the age of 18, all eligible men required to participate in military reserve training, and civilians forbidden to enter the Blue House. 52 years after the incident, a lot may have changed, but the effects of that day still remain close to us. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to Korea Now, and I will see you next time. Bye!